Welcome back to Tune In. This is a special edition of the BCCPOD that we're doing for our annual general meeting. And we're sitting down with some people on staff talking about the different kind of impact we're having in our community and the community abroad, and especially talking about what's next for our community and where we're going as we kind of discern and reflect where God is calling us to in the future. So right now I'm sitting down with Patty Vandekamp. She's our pastor of care. Thanks for joining me, Patty.
You're welcome.
Full disclosure, we've had way too much fun already.
Way too much fun.
And we've spent 20 minutes not recording this podcast. So this should be a good one. Patty, do you want to just give a little intro maybe to yourself if people don't know who you are and kind of what you do here?
Sure. So I am the pastor of care here at Bethany. I oversee a number of our support ministries here, including Stephen Ministry, Deacons, Grief Share, Benevolence, and do some one-on-one counseling as well.
Very cool. Patty also just recently became a registered psychotherapist.
I did.
Qualifying? Or no, are you RP now?
I'm still qualifying.
Ah, gotcha. Soon though, right?
That's a whole thing.
Yeah.
That could be a whole podcast in itself.
We should do a podcast just on psychotherapy. Anyways, not the point. So, Patty, in your kind of role, where have you seen God active in the past year?
So, good question. Give me something to think about. I think I've seen him work mostly in hope returning to people, people's burdens becoming a little bit lighter. And I've also seen his provision through our benevolence ministry, helping families, some to have hot water, some to keep their lights on, put food on the table, or find housing. I think God shows up when his people step in with compassion and practical love.
I love that. What's it like for you to be able to do that work? Like you talk about kind of like meeting physical needs for people, right? Practical needs like heating bills and stuff that a lot of us kind of would never necessarily think about struggling with, right? Like what's it like to be kind of the conduit for that work?
Yeah, it's I'm trying to think of the right word. I feel really blessed to be able to do it, and I feel like when people reach out, it's kind of a last resort for them, and so it's hard to ask.
Yeah.
And then for us to be able to respond with, yes, of course we can help you.
Yeah.
People are just so incredibly grateful and full of gratitude for that.
Yeah. There's, I've been having some conversations recently just about the work that we do as a church and just talking about how like, if we say that discipleship and the work of Jesus is a long game, right? That means that even the things we do that are meeting practical needs that aren't necessarily about anything we might call spiritual, right? Is still spiritual work and holy work, right? And that even meeting those needs and never seeing those people again, you have no idea what that is going to do in the future, right? And what the long game of their life is going to look like. And with your work as a pastor of care and in our care ministries, and like you were just saying before, right, that you're able to do so many different kinds of things like meeting practical and spiritual needs. What do you hope to see for Bethany in the next 5 years?
My hope is that Bethany would be a place of refuge and healing, both for our congregation and for the Niagara community. Like when I talked about paying bills, some of those people do come from our community because they've heard of us or they know about us. And so I'd love to see us expand our partnerships a bit with more local agencies and then increase our capacity to walk alongside people in crisis and to strengthen our discipleship around care and helping our whole church family grow in empathy, resilience, and servant-heartedness.
That's so good. It's so interesting too. The more I have these conversations, the more you see the common threads between them, right? About how like whether it's Kathleen in operations or you in care, seemingly what would be considered probably two very separate ministries are operating on just like opposite sides of the spectrum, right? That embedded in what you're seeing and what Kathleen's seeing for the future are a lot of similar things, which I think is really cool. when you look ahead to the future, what are the things that we're doing now that are kind of laying the groundwork for that?
So when I reflect on some of the people that we've been able to assist, the groundwork comes, like it takes sometimes years or months or sometimes even longer to see families get back up on their feet. And I've seen people come through our divorce care program really broken, but then years later, I've seen them become super successful or being able to heal emotionally from some of the crisis that's happened.
Yeah, I think like even too, we've seen stories of like people who have like gone through programs. CR, this happens a lot, right? Where you go through program and then they end up contributing to that, right?
Yeah.
And like leading that there's almost, when you mention this space being like a place of refuge and healing, it's almost like the healing work we're doing and are involved in now is making way for the future, because those people will end up doing that work as well.
Exactly. Like
right?
they've gone through their hurts.
Yeah.
And then in the end are able to lead a group or lead others through their own crisis at the time, right? Whether that it is a divorce or whether it's grief, it can be either. Or even our Stephen ministers, most of them have gone through their own things before they become a caregiver to someone else, right? They've had to endure some of their own pain, and then they can use that for good.
Yeah, that's very cool. When it comes to you and your job here and the work you do, what kind of keeps you invested in that work and keeps you invested in our community? I think I had said it before. What keeps you coming back?
What keeps me coming back? I think it's seeing lives transformed, really, because we just kind of talked about that, right?
Yeah.
How people's healing allows them to use that as a gift eventually. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of small sacred moments too, like a widow finding relief in grief share, a struggling family being offered hope, right, through a bill being paid or through a different way, I don't know. Yeah, and just finding Christ's peace in the middle of heartbreak. I believe care is at the heart of the gospel, and it's a privilege to serve in a community where we can practice that together.
That's beautiful. I think that is a great place to kind of close off. Thanks again for sitting down. I know you're like a seasoned vet at this point with the amount of podcasts and kind of things you've done.
Is this my third or fourth? I don't even know.
I think this is 4.
Okay.
And if you are listening and the AGM has not already passed, make sure to come and join us. It'll be a great time. We're going to have some good food and talk about the future and kind of get a lot of your ideas about where we should be going as a congregation and as a community. So you can check out the link in the description for all of the registration details. And you can also check out the annual report in there as well. We'll see you on the next one.